I'm going to start with you, Ms. Cole. Why don't you tell me, after all this time, how did you two end up separating after only a year of marriage?
Well, we had a big fight over arguments that we've been having in the past, and I just got tired of it, and
Well, what is the biggest problem as you see it?
he's very lazy. He doesn't help me with the child,
Here we go.
with the baby. He said he does a lot, but he doesn't do enough.
Okay. Is he working outside the home? Is he bringing in money?
Well, we stay in two separate house homes. He stayed with his parents. I stay with mine.
But when you were married, did you stay together?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he working then?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Really? Sometimes?
Sometimes.
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 Here we
Were
go.
you working full-time?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you wouldn't.
Full time as a CNA.
You wouldn't.
As a CNA?
Yes, ma'am.
For like 4 months.
Now, Mr.
Okay.
Randall, obviously you disagree. You say you were working full-time. Is that true?
I was working temp.
You were working temp.
Yeah.
So you would get one job and
Another job,
it would
yeah.
end in another job.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
long generally would you be out of work in between temp jobs?
Maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Do you contend that she was not working full-time as a CNA?
She wasn't working for long as a CNA.
Okay.
She was
What
working temp
happened?
as well. She left because it was a negative environment she didn't like.
I left because I was working 24 and 48 hours and I didn't have no help with my child. So I
was
had to
not
make sure she was
working.
okay because I don't trust him to watch my daughter.
Really?
That's why I left.
Is it your daughter or is it our daughter? Because they've been together since they were 16 or 15. My math ain't the greatest, but 8 minus 24, yeah, that's like what, 16? That's 16. So, yeah, it gotta be up. Why she talk about the child like that? I don't trust you to watch my.
Mr. Randall, I want to talk to you for a moment.
Okay.
What do you think is the primary reason that this relationship isn't
She
working out?
is not pulling her weight.
In what respect?
Financially, emotionally.
Emotionally, how is she failing to pull her weight?
We can't even hold a conversation for 5 seconds. I call her on the phone, it's always what? What you mean what? I'm calling you to, check on you, see how you doing. Check
So
on
she got an attitude.
It's
yes,
what now?
it's every
Ongoing
day.
attitude.
It's
every
what
day.
now? At first it was holding conversations. It's what
You
now?
haven't held a
Because-
conversation with me.
It's what now? Because we've been married too long, and I'm tired of repeating myself every day.
You haven't
it's
held
a
a
what now?
conversation with
If
me
you-
for-
Mr. Randall?
If you can't talk and call me about and asking concerns about your daughter, we have nothing to talk about.
Okay.
Bring her something. Have she
Which
ate
I
today?
do.
Stop.
Have she ate this week? Have she did something this week? Is she sick? He don't question me about that. He's too worried about what I'm doing
Not.
and who I'm around.
Not.
Where am I going?
Not.
Mr. Randall, let me speak to you momentarily. She contends that you are not sufficiently interested in your daughter's well-being. Why don't you tell me your response to that allegation?
I'm always interested in her well-being. I call her and ask her, how's the baby? How's my daughter doing? Oh, she's fine.
If you
We
come
good.
see her during the week, not the
Ms.
weekend.
Cole?
Yeah, I come see her on the weekend because I work 2 jobs, Monday through Friday. And I'm still paying bills, doing stuff for her, doing stuff for you, which I know you're gonna lie and say you don't.
Tell me some of the
No.
things that you're doing for her. Tell me list them.
Basically anything that she asks for, she gets. She wants her nails done, fine. You want your hair done, fine. I'll go almost a month without getting my hair cut looking like a werewolf.
Does he pay to get your hair and nails done?
Come on, Law.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, if I ask him, he will sometimes. Now,
Come on
if I
now.
tell him I would rather do this for my daughter, if I ask him for something,
Please
he
do
will
not say that.
he will wait for weeks. If I tell him Monday, bring your baby some diapers, I won't see him till Sunday. He still show up empty-handed.
Really?
Well, let me ask you this, Ms. Cole. If you're worried about the amount of money and care that he gives to your daughter, why in the world would you ask him to pay for hair and nails?
Well, at the same time, it's like I understand that now, because at first it was just like he knew that I was gonna take care of it, and now that I'm seeing it and I'm getting older and I'm realizing
You
that
was gonna
I didn't
take
make her by
care of it,
myself.
and you stayed
I
with
didn't make
your
her by
parents.
myself. And I do stay with my parents that help me do the stuff that he needs to do.
But I don't understand this. If he's willing to pay for hair and nails, I'm quite sure he'd be willing to pay for Pampers.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that much. But ask him.
But you
about,
spend it on hair and nails.
But everything is taken care of by me. That's why at the end of the day,
By
I
your
asked him
parents.
to do it for me. My parents, my mom she don't help me do nothing. I pay rent in there. She might watch my child while I go to work. I pay rent in there. I buy my daughter everything. He should feel bad. By this past weekend when I came in there, I had a whole bunch of clothes for my daughter. Did he say, here, babe, here's something? Oh, I asked him for some milk.
Randall.
I asked him for some milk. Guess how much money he gave me? $5. It told me to break him something to drink.
Mr. Randall, you're...
Bro, they beefing like they out on the street, like they don't even know each other. They hitting like they don't even know each other. Damn, bro, what happened to the love, man? What happened to it? And I know. After a while, bro, everybody get comfortable and everybody get relaxed. It start to become more routine, but they at each other like they really don't like each other right now. Can't get a word up, man. This is bad. This is bad. Right here, in this situation, this one I'm going to have to call a timeout. We'll have to call what they do in court? Recess. We're going to have to send the courtroom to recess, bro. Let her air out real quick. Golly.
Response to that? Did that happen?
Yeah, that happened. I asked. But this is the
He
thing.
think it's funny.
This is the thing. Because she already know what it is with me. I pay bills. I have a cell phone bill, which is over $100. I have car insurance, which is over $200, almost $280. I have a car note that's $220. Plus her needs and my daughter's needs.
Your Honor.
Let me ask you this. Do you make decisions with respect to your personal finances about how much note you should pay for a car or that beautiful watch you got on or all of that in the context of I first must support my daughter and then I can support my lifestyle?
Yeah,
You
I
ever,
mean, but
you
at
ever
this-
take that into consideration
I do,
when you
but at
purchase
this-
things?
I do, but how can I get back and forth without a car? And
Oh,
my car is I'm constantly having issues with my car. I'm paying money to get it fixed almost monthly. Mm-hmm. I just paid to get my tags. She doesn't understand that. It's all about what Janisha wants. If Janisha don't hear what she want to hear or don't get what she wants, well, I don't want to hear it.
It's not
I
even-
got you. Hang on. I understand what you're saying. Mr. Randall, you contend that Ms. Cole doesn't act like she's married anymore. What do you mean by that?
She wants to go out every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. When, for instance, if I want to spend time with her, she's always last. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with her going out, enjoying herself, having a good time. I'm not contending that she's a bad mother, because she's not. But as far as a wife, it's a whole nother
Now,
story.
you two are living in separate houses, but do you still consider yourself a married couple, or do you
She
consider
does.
yourself separated?
We're still, that's a piece of paper. We're still legally
Yeah,
married,
yeah,
but
it's
we're
a piece of-
separated
it's a piece of
because
paper.
I feel that he wants me to obey him, and I took that out of my wedding vows because I'm not going to obey you.
Give me some circumstances where you felt that he was trying to make you obey him.
Like, as far as if he say something and I don't agree with it, he's my husband. I have to obey him. He grew up old-fashioned. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to be independent. I'm going to do what I want to do. If you were my husband, if you were taking care of me financially, taking care of your family, emotionally, and everything, you wouldn't have a problem with me. And that's all I'm trying to tell him from the beginning.
Do you believe that she wasn't a good wife in part because you felt that as the head of the home you should make the decisions and she wasn't going along with that?
I don't feel like that. I feel like we should both come together and be able to communicate about the situation, and that's the issue. Communication is horrible.
How many times I'm going to tell him
and she has
the same thing over and over?
worst.
Ms. Cole, I want you to take a moment, take a breath. You were together 8 years. Then you got married, and within like 6 months, things really went badly. What is behind all of that anger you have for him? What
It's
was
because-
going on?
I just feel like I wasted time.
Are you
I mean,
serious?
everything that he promised me he was gonna do, I thought because we was in the church home, we was doing right, that I was doing the right thing for me and my child. But it ended up not being that. I'm tired of saying the same thing over to him. It's like I'm raising another child. I'm physically and emotionally
Yeah, it
drained.
is.
I don't argue with him anymore. I just let him, whatever. He said, feel like I'm not a wife. I've been feeling like that for the last 2 years since we've been married.
When did it start to deteriorate? After you got married?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a change in circumstance?
It was just, I felt like, to be honest, I felt like after we had our child, it was different. It's just like he cared less instead of caring more.
I feel like she want him to do more. That's what she wants. She wants him to do more. She want him to get a full-time job. She want him to, you know, all of the extras, bro. But this just might be what you got. This is just what you got. To her, she not satisfied. But to him, he like, man, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. It's unfortunate because they've been, what she say, 8 years, since forever. It's been since forever. So, of course, they the first and all of that other good stuff. So, life, bro, life, it just hit you, man, and y'all can either grow together or y'all can grow apart. And right now, it's just looking like they're growing apart. And when you put a child, when it's a child involved in that as well, now you got different type of opinions. Let me tell you something. You never really understand how much of a difference of opinion you have on things until you have a child with the person. That's when you realize how many differences of opinions you will have on things. Because it's different. It's different, but it's not impossible. It's not something that can't be done, but you got to be able to factor that in. And then you still trying to do, you know, have the whole, I was about to say persona. I ain't going to say that. How can I put it? You got to have a relationship, bro. Like, you got to have a relationship. Going out, getting the flowers, holding the hand, spontaneous, whatever. Yeah, all of that. All of that. You still got to be able to do that. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And then, you know, you throw the financial aspect in there. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. And like I say, for them, it's unfortunate. I'm going to say it's unfortunate because they started so young. They was young. They was young when they got into all of this. And they probably ain't had nobody to teach them how to do it. You know, that's... Let's see how it go, man.
Man.
Okay. Mr. Randall, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
After 8 years together, you get married, you have a baby. What do you contend turned this union into the thing that it is today?
Well, she says that I'm old-fashioned, but in reality, she's old-fashioned. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom, the way I feel about it, which I don't have an issue. But at the same time, if I'm only 24. We
Right.
can't be on the level that her mom, her parents are, and my parents are. They had to work hard to get to
where
they
are over time.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm at a good company right now. Great benefits, great opportunities, all of that. You can all you want to, but it's a good company, and I'm
But
trying to progress myself.
Did that desire she had for you to be more of a traditional husband in the support area, did that happen after the baby? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what changed because you were together for 8 years.
It's been prior. But like he said, I want to be a house mom. I never wanted to be a house mom. I always been the one that got my own money. I'm a licensed beautician.
It's not about
I'm
what
a
you
licensed
say.
beautician.
It's about
I have
what
my
you do.
CNA license. I always keep a job. I have my own business. He never supports me in none of that.
Are you serious?
Okay, Mr. Randall, I'm going to give you a full opportunity to respond. Although she hasn't given me any specific instances, she honestly feels, whether or not this is happening, she honestly feels that she's kind of stranded and you don't have her back. Why do you think she feels that way? What is she missing?
That's what I've been trying to figure out for the past 2 to 3 years. Because at the end of it all, I've always had her back. I've always defended her, always was here.
Economically, are you, since you now have a good job, are you constant in your contribution towards the welfare of your child?
Yes, I do.
And,
Now,
and when you say constant, what does that mean?
whenever there's a need for something, I'm there. She knows what my number is. She knows how to call me. But the problem is, I cannot have a conversation with this girl for 5 seconds.
I'm a woman. not a girl.
With this woman for 5 seconds, because a woman doesn't act like.
Okay.
Now,
Doesn't do
Mr.
what you
Randall,
do.
let's
Okay.
not discuss the qualities of
I'm sorry.
womanhood.
I
I don't think either
apologize.
one of you are quite clear on that. But go ahead.
But I'm there. She knows I'm there. She knows I'm there. I've been at my job now for.
Do you believe she ought to have to call when you know
She
for...
doesn't have to call. That's the point.
But that's what you just told me. When I asked you whether or not you were constant in your care, for, your economic care for your daughter, you replied that she says she can call me whenever she wants and she knows I'm there. That to me means that she must call and that your support is not constant. She must ask.
No, it's constant.
Huh?
It's
And
constant.
my question, so you give her a sum of money every month?
The thing is, I don't even give her any money anymore. I give her diapers, wipes, milk, whatever she needs. If she asks me, well, can you get my hair? Okay, fine, it's fine, cool. I'll get
So
you.
it is a request and response thing.
That's what it is, but she doesn't have to ask me. I'll bring my daughter things without her even asking. And she'll, oh, well, thank you, and walk off and have the same stank attitude she had when she woke up in the morning, but for whatever reason.
I always have an attitude. when
You do
come
have an
around.
attitude. You have a serious attitude
I do.
problem.
I
You do.
Yeah, no, you do. Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
do.
And let me tell you the one thing I do know about attitude. Attitude almost invariably guarantees that you will not get what you want from the person with whom you have that attitude. No matter if you're frustrated or whatever, it does not get them to change.
But see-
It gets them to dig in their heels. I'm just putting that out there. Ms. Cole, you're asking for $450 for 3 months for transitional support to help you get on your feet. Explain to me why you believe I should award you that sum of money.
Because he don't help me, Your Honor. He don't.
Are
But
you
if-
working currently?
Yes, ma'am.
Working full time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how much do you make a month?
I just started this job like 2 weeks ago, so I don't know.
Right.
So he doesn't. If I asked him, like an example, when I text him and I said I have to be at work Saturday at 6:30 a.m., I need you to watch your daughter. He didn't text me back. He texted me back at 3 o'clock and said, "Can I see my daughter?" You could have had your daughter the whole
my
time
God.
if you would have came and got her. He said he do stuff for her. He don't.
Okay.
You are a natural born finesse.
He don't.
Mr. Randall, do you recall that incident?
Yes.
No.
You don't recall? Okay, let me ask you this. How much money do you make a month now?
A month, probably maybe $1,300 a month.
$1,300 a month?
Yes. You know the hours I work, and that's why I have 2 jobs.
Oh, you have
know
2
the hours I
jobs?
work.
He do. And I don't see not a
Two
cent
jobs.
from now on.
Do you
don't
think...
have to see
I don't
Receipt.
have to see. I didn't say a receipt. I said a cent, a red penny. You
Yes,
know
you
what that
do.
is? I don't.
Yes,
Me
you do.
or
No,
my
No.
daughter.
We're not going to do this anymore. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. Whatever failings he has demonstrated, you need to get over them. You need to respond to him in a reasonable fashion because your daughter is going to be as crazy as the 2 of you make her. Do you know what I'm saying? If it is a constant battle, if it is a constant argument, if there's always some agitation, irritation, attitude, it will always be uncomfortable for your daughter. And I'm saying that mostly to you because I think you have the biggest tood in the room. Mr. Randall, let me say this to you. To the extent you want to be the leader, to the extent you want to be the father and the head, you must lead in attitude as well.
And that right there, bro, you gonna have to take that back, player. You gonna have to take that back, bro. Put that in the house. Yeah, it's cool, but when you got a family, bro, and you are involved and you get to see your daughter every day, bro, you gotta make a sacrifice. Clearly, she tweaking about the money. She tweaking about the money. She like, man, show me all of that other bullshit. I'm trying to see the paper. She trying to see the money, bro. She trying to see the money, and you know, you gotta pay to play, but that's a good bill to have. That's a good. I don't want to call it a bill. Those are good expenses to be like, all right, cool. This weekend, I spent the $140 on movie night with the family or something like that. All right, cool. Next weekend, I spent 200 racks on a goddamn excursion to go through the wildfire. Not the wildfires. Not the wildfires, man. Not the wildfires. Not the wildfires. The wild forest. The wild forest. We're going through the terrain, bro. The terrain, yeah, but she tripping about the money, bro. She tripping about the money.
And in calmness. She is angry because she is afraid. She is concerned about her day-to-day okay. She's trying to hold it down. She's got the kid and she doesn't think she has any support. And I believe you can fix a lot of that with not waiting to be asked, but contributing on the regular all of the time. That will make her feel safer, which will make her less crazy. Given that the amount that you make, I can't give you the $450 a month, but I will give you $200 a month for the next 3 months to give you some sense of security. And after that, you search your heart and your soul for what you ought to do before she puts you on child support to see if you can make a decision about how much money you're willing to give to the strength and support that holds up your daughter.
Listen, man, if you got it where as though you can control your outcome before they control your outcome, brother, man, please. Please. Please, man. Listen, if you in a position where you can determine what you gonna do and what you gonna get, bro, you gotta give it up, bro. You have to. You have to. You can't add 2 more people into your life and think that it's gonna be the same. You gotta give it up, bro. But you determine how it go. Don't let them folks. Don't let them. Don't you let them.
So there will be $600 in favor of Ms. Cole. It is so ordered.
Yeah, man, they going through. That's a growing struggle. They going through growing pains right now. They young. They young, bro. They was a young couple. They got together and I know I keep saying it. But they got together when they was 18. They pretty much growing together. They growing together. And I've been in that situation before where you get an opportunity to grow with a person and y'all can go through early adulthood. Early adulthood together, and y'all both figuring out that, God damn, when my check come, your shit say state taxes, federal taxes, and odd taxes, and all of that. Yeah, we we figured that out together. We got to figure that out together, bro. But yeah, that's growing pains, and I feel like that's unfortunate because you can't avoid that. You gonna go through that whether you was shorty or not. You gonna go through that whether y'all together or not. And I know. I know it's challenging. I know it's challenging, especially when you bring a child into the mix. Man. I'm trying to tell you, I've never seen that brings out the most differences and opinions than. But it's not all of the time. Not all of the time. I'm not saying every situation is like that. I'm not saying that at all. But be logical about it. When you bring in 2 different people, regardless of how long we've been together, when you bring 2 different people to, work and try to build a common goal, trying to accomplish a common goal, things gonna go left sometimes. You're going to feel like we should be going up the stairs. I'm going to feel like we should be going down the stairs. But bro was right. Bro was right. He was right to be truthfully honest. He said the key word, bro, which is communication. You gotta be able to communicate, and that's just not, oh, I'm just gonna talk at you, yell at you. It's an effectiveness. How effective are you with your communication? If you yelling and all of this other extra shit, why you ain't tell me that she ain't had no milk? Why you ain't tell me that the diaper went bad? Why you ain't tell me that the car dropped? Why you ain't tell me that da-da-da-da-da-da-da? It's not really going to yield the best results. That's not going to yield you the best results. So what I would do is I would approach the situation a little bit different, especially if you know that it ain't been working for you thus far. Thusly, the key word there is thusly, bro. Yeah, but man, shout out to him. I don't think, yeah, it wasn't no infidelities. It wasn't no infidelity, deli, 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 yeah. Yeah, especially for them to be so young, for them to been together since I think they was like 18, 16 or something like that. Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him for that, bro. But man, listen, I'm trying to tell you, if you have the opportunity to control your final destination, your outcome with your family situation, bro, take advantage of it and take it serious. Really take it serious. Really take it serious, cause I tell y'all all of the time, it's other guys out here that are really that'll kill, that would kill to be in that position, bro. You get to see baby girl every morning and, you know, drop off at school, whatever, even though y'all live in separate cribs right now. But, bro, take advantage of it, man. Take advantage of it, bro. I know it get routine. It get routine, and we get used to it, but this is just a little quick shout out from me to you, bro. Little quick shout from me to you. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family as always is love, and we out.